Libra, I'm so excited to do a monthly reading for you guys for July 2023. Welcome. Let's get her going. Happy July. I couldn't decide on one or two or three decks this month, so I chose them all. Didn't want to be without any of these. So let's see. What's the first energy we've got going for you guys for this month? Oh, the moon. Libra, deep in your feels, really leaning into intuition. This is totally a month where you're going to be inward focused, but really held in so much support. Look at this round circle sort of giving me this like universe field, this real container that you are contained, that you are held this month, that you are loved this month, that you're totally supported in whatever transition or whatever intuition, whatever ways that you're going deep this month into the dark, into your intuition, into the unknown, into changes. You are totally held and supported. And that black triangle focusing down as really this momentum of going inward and listening to spirit, being so tapped in, turned on to your emotions. This is a really beautiful deck. I'm going to read from the book here, just in case there's anything else that comes up. It's often a deck with animals and plant medicine. The moon. The station of our moon in astrology influences our capacity for inner reflection and insight. How well and easily do we understand our inner world? Facing the darkness within is daunting at times, but to call upon the energy and wisdom of the moon is to be supported during this descent into our own underworld. What did I just say? Trusting that there will be offered exactly what we must attend to. The moon is our connection to our intuition, personal creativity, cycles of birth and death, and to the perfection of process always occurring. She's our grandmother, ancestral teacher who cares deeply for our well-being and peace, offers a flux and energy throughout the months so that we might engage with the powerful medicine she offers, that of clarity and intention on the new moon and release on the full moon, which is coming up here in a second. If the moon is calling you, it is certain that you have momentarily lost contact with the power of your intuition or connection to the cycles of life and need to reconnect. Ooh, Libra, I feel like you got called out. I wasn't prepared for that last little moment of like, but you actually needed to get back to work. But what a call to dive deep this month. Like if you've been feeling the call, if you've been like, meditation might be best for me this month. If you've been feeling like you need a little extra inner guidance, the moon is like, come to me, baby. I got you. It's time. I really wanted angels this month, so this is the Archangel deck from Doreen Virtue. Let's get you guys some guidance, some support. What angel wants to be your guide this month? What does Libra want to know, be aware of? How do they want to be held, supported? Libra. Divine order. Okay. Archangel Raguel. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. Look at the scales there, balancing of the scales. So really writing something that's maybe been misaligned. And that's also is kind of like the moon at the end calling you back into balance. Like, okay, it's actually time to come home, Libra. Where have you been scattered? Where has your energy been outside of yourself? Where have you been more extroverted when you need to be introverted? Where have you been expending your energy that it's really time to bring home? Or if you're going through any kind of conflict or transition period or time that feels confusing, or you don't know how it's going to end, or you're unsure of how things are looking, this is a real reassurance to you that says it's all happening perfectly for you and with you. Nothing is happening to you, right? So if you are going through a tough time, the scales are being righted. And even if you can't see the divine order or understand how it's all going to work out or why this is happening, know that it is perfectly in direct, perfect timing for you. All right, one more oracle card here. Get a sense of how you could be supported this month. Forgive. I think one other sign got this. I love this card. I don't know why there would be this like zapping. Is this the sun shining on her? I don't really know. But what it tells me, what I'm feeling immediately is like so much support for letting go. And look at all of that water carrying away whatever she's offering from her hands. I think I mentioned this story in the last video or one of the last readings that had the forgiveness card. I don't remember, but if you're hearing this message again, that it is specifically for you. But I had a very physiological experience with forgiveness a few years ago where I really understood. I was going through a breakup and I was like, oh my God, I completely forgive this person. By forgiving them, it doesn't excuse them. I never want to see them again. I don't have to be in relationship with them again in any way, conversation, anything. But to forgive them means I let go of any need to hold on to anything between us. Okay, great. I forgive them. They did the best that they could, which was far below my standard, but I'm moving on. Forgiving them literally let my whole body let go of the anger, the resentment. It like cut the tie. So it really physiologically gave me that sense of like, oh my God, we do forgive for ourselves. Like I'd heard it all before, right? Forgive for yourself and not for other people. But if we don't forgive, it keeps us tied to whatever situation or person we're holding the grudge about. So to forgive, we just let go of it and we can move on to bigger and better things. We clear our energy field. You can literally feel healthier, lighter in your body and your physical energy. It was amazing to experience it in my body as that wisdom. So as much as you can lean into forgiveness practices, Libra, this month, if you're moving on from a big transition, if you're feeling like someone or something or some situation didn't do you right, know that by letting it go, you are absolutely empowering yourself. You're not excusing anyone else's behavior or the situation that happened. You are choosing, I saw that one pop out, to close any doors or opportunities, 3 of Wands in reverse, that you no longer want to be a part of. Oh, wow, that job opportunity was so amazing, but I had a really abusive boss. I'm no longer willing to be a part of that. And I forgive them. That's the best that they could do. It's so far below what I would ever want for myself. So I'm not going to stay. I'm going to close off that door, close off that opportunity. Thank you, universe, for it. I learned my lesson and I'm moving on. So that's my little, wow, forgiveness was so powerful. It was such a powerful message for me. Okay, Libra, let's see what's going on for you guys this month. Central to your energy, 8 of Swords. So this is perfect. It's all in alignment with these messages we got here at the beginning. Going within to find your answers. 8 of Swords is you're sort of really bound up and not understanding what the right move is. You're feeling confused. You're feeling locked into a situation or a belief system or an understanding about something where you can't see your way out. It's all gray in the background. There's not a lot of clarity. There's a horizon line back there, but we can't really see what it is. She's tied up. She has a blindfold on. You're not unclear. Usually the advice with the 8 of Swords, the reminder is that you can take the blindfold off. The swords are in the ground. No one's actually fighting you. You're just surrounded by old beliefs, old thoughts, a confusing thought pattern here. Let's get a clarifier just to kind of get a little bit more. See, the saving grace in this card is that little pool of water she's in. And this really relates to your moon card that came in. She's standing in this like tiny pool of water in what otherwise looks like a desert. And that's your connection to your inner world. That's your connection to emotion. It's your connection to your heart. It's your connection to spirit, right? And so this moon card here is really encouraging you. And right off the bat, we're seeing if you feel confused this month, if you are in a place where you need to make some decisions and you just are not seeing the clarity, you need to go within. It's time to close your eyes and really feel your way out of this one. Let intuition guide you. Trust spirit. You are held. You are guided. You are loved. It's not something you're going to think your way out of. Oh my gosh. Clarified by the moon. So Libra, I just love the tarot so much. Sometimes I'm such a nerd, but sometimes like when I'm in the car or like when synchronicities come up like this, or I'm in the car, I'm by myself, I'm traveling and I'm like, oh my God, something like that just happened. I literally like put up my hand and like high five God. It's so fun. So the moon, again, reiterating this message that it's time to be in the dark. This is a season, you are exactly where you need to be if you are confused. You are exactly where you need to be if you are facing the darkness. You are exactly where you need to be if you are unsure and you are having to make decisions, transitioning and navigating through hard times right now. That is the season you are in. You are meant to go through whatever process this is. You are meant to choose who you are through this process, right? We go through transitions, we go through hard times, we go through challenges, And we become who we are based on how we choose to face them. Am I going to lose my shit? Am I going to make a plan? Am I going to do it all by myself? Am I going to reach out for help? Am I going to take a nap? Am I going to make a list? Whatever it is, large or small decisions, we become who we are as people. Our character builds, and there's no right or wrong answer. There's just more information that we get about ourselves as we move through it. So what's crossing you this month? Ooh, 7 of Swords. Okay, I feel like I want to get I usually don't get a clarifier on the cross card, but I do want to get one. 7 of Swords could be someone sneaking something by you, feeling like there's some self-sabotage going on, one or the other, feeling like someone else has been really sneaky or sabotaging you. You know, cheating, people being mean to you at work, like whatever it is. I don't usually like to speak to such like traditional occurrences like that, but 7 of Swords, she's sneaking away with the swords, and I love the footwear in this deck. Look at her in her like best life with those heels. So she's clearly done this before. She's clearly, you know, running away with a huge weight. Look at all those swords. Do you know how heavy like real life swords are? They real heavy. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, lots of houses. She's in a neighborhood. Trees are sort of falling over. There's like a city in the background, plus like some mountains, plus some like weird tri-colored air. You know, there's a lot going on that she's having to navigate. She's ducking in and out. She's having to hide. She's also cunning. There's something she's running away with. So whether this is you running away from your problems, are we doing a little self-sabotage? Do we really have to bring it home? Or whether this is, oh my gosh, 5 of Swords just popped out, which is telling me this is some kind of conflict that's happening here, right? There's been some kind of argument that's not feeling good. The 5 of Swords is always advice to just walk away. There's really a lot of cutting up going on here. If you're trying to address conflict head on and you're not getting anywhere, the 5 of Swords says it's not really time to keep talking about it. It's time to take a break. It's time to put your swords down. It's time to walk away. So you could be navigating a time of confusion this month based on how to address conflict in your life, Libra. Let's see what else is coming up. I kind of love that for you because Libras tend to be conflict avoidant because their motivation is to keep the peace. You gorgeous, beautiful, lovely Libras are so beautifully adept at managing situations, managing people, being all things to all people. You are so good at balancing the scales. You're so good at being whatever someone else needs you to be so that no one feels conflict. You want peace, but sometimes that means you don't address conflict. So this month might be challenging for you. This month might be a month where you have to step up and learn how to face something head on. That's the sense that I'm getting here. And you're going to have to go deep inside to see how you manage it. What here is in the foundation? What are you building the rest of the month off of? What's in your subconscious? The 4 of Cups in reverse. I love this for you. This is like you are fed up and you are ready to feel better again. 4 of Cups is a card about depression, apathy, feeling bored. You're just kind of full of what's been offered to you in terms of relationship or emotional opportunity, bored at work, feeling apathetic, feeling bored at home, whatever it is. When it's in reverse, we're done. We're ready to fill our cup again. We're ready to experience the vitality and the joy of life. And here in your foundation, you are saying you are building the rest of this month out of a deep desire to feel better, out of a deep desire to feel reconnected. So this is really beautiful. You are subconsciously very motivated to feel connection again. So you're going to be motivated to go in deep. Internally. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This could be motivated by some kind of not dysfunction, but way that you've been disrupted financially or materially. Maybe you have to move. Maybe you didn't get a paycheck you were supposed to get. 10 of Pentacles in reverse says something financial or material didn't quite work out or is being disrupted at this time. Maybe your finances are all tied up. Maybe you've been asked to help a lot of other people. Maybe you are in between jobs right now. Whatever it is, there's some stability loss here that's also helping you motivate to feel better. What are you very focused on this month? You know it's coming. You are trying to manifest this. You're very excited and conscious of, getting back on top, girl. You are excited to really bring in financial and material stability. Next level bossing up in terms of being practical, of being solid, of being capable, of being fruitful, of being wealthy, of buying that house, of getting that job, of getting that promotion, of helping other people do that. And whether this is you or whether you are calling in people this month to help you out, you are very focused on financial gain, on material gain, on material stability, being able to hold that for other people, being able to show that you are capable of doing that. Ace of Swords in reverse. Interesting. So you might not know how to get there, or you might be having to do some research yourself in how to do this. So Ace of Swords in reverse is like, oh my gosh, inspiration. Oh my gosh, I just saw it on the wall and it came to me. Oh my gosh, I was totally inspired. I feel a whole new reality. I see a whole new reality coming to life. When it's in reverse, we just have to work, or we're being asked to effort a little bit more on our own accounts to get there. We're kind of not seeing it right off the bat. We're not feeling the inspiration, but that could be good motivation, Libra. Ooh, and I kind of love that because, you know, the Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded. And yes, the advice is to take off the blindfold, but there's also a lot of advice here for you with the moon, and the moon again, to go inside. So you're going to find the answers to how to restabilize yourself, to how to become affluent, wealthy, financially stable, get the house, get the girl, get the boy, get the foundation, get the family, get the job by going inside. It's not going to be a total thinking inspiration happening here. You're going to have to put down the idea that you're going to think your way through it this month and really feel your way through it, or look to your other senses, right? Feel, sense into your creativity, your vitality, or start to build something physically. Maybe just start to do something, and then there will be another way from there, right? I used to do that with my old boss. He would a long time ago, he would ask for a project. I was doing some marketing for him, and I was like, okay, well, what are the parameters? He was like, just do it. And so with nothing to go off of, I would just create something, and I would kind of create it in a way that I knew he wouldn't like. Because when I did that, when I showed him an example of a letter we would send out with really frilly letterhead, he would be like, no, I want it like this. And then he would get very specific on what I had to do. And so it was a really fabulous way for me to get direction. And I feel like that could be one of the moves you do here, right? Well, okay, fine, I'll just get a job at the hardware store. Okay, I hate this, but I met someone that is getting me another job somewhere else. Or actually, I found out that I love this. I would love to be a manager here, right? So not thinking your way through it, but doing your way through it is going to help. What happened here in the recent past that is sending you on your way? The Star in reverse, feeling like things didn't work out, feeling like you didn't know how you were going to get through something, maybe losing your faith for a hot second, having to really be in the midst of conflict or in the midst of a hard time, the dark night of the soul, and not feeling your way out. Libra, what happened here? I feel like something happened. You're kind of going through a rough time. Star in reverse says we really have to work at finding our own inner light. We have to work at finding our own inspiration and our own beliefs. Pretty hard. And it could be based off of whatever it was. This is a really interesting combo. You either worked really hard to manifest it with the Ace of Cups here in reverse. This could have really been inspired by a new relationship or a new way that love came into your life, or whatever hard times you're going through are being rewarded, or you are cultivating the ability to fill your own cup here with the Ace of Cups in reverse, or the Ace of Cups. Interesting. So the Star, let's see where you're going. What's coming up here in the future for you? That'll give me a little bit more insight. The Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse says you're gonna be really asked to let go of control here. Look at the Nine of Pentacles flying out. You're gonna be asked to let go of control and the way that you wanna do things. You're really being asked here, Libra, to let go this month. The Emperor coming up here in the future, or as the timeline is moving here, there could be a new relationship that comes in here in the past. There could be some new connection, some new emotional fulfillment or inspiration that spurs you into a new direction or new action, choosing a new job or choosing a new way that you're going here in the future. but it's not going to be how you think it's going to go. The Emperor is a character who has everything dialed, right? He's got all the control, all the power, all the resources. He's the culmination of each of the four kings. He's master of the material world and financial gain. He can see his way and logic his way through anything. He's got so much creativity, vitality, courage, bravery, King of Wands, and the King of Cups, relationships, emotional fulfillment. When it's in reverse, we're not in control of our own stability, actions, logicking our way through. We're having to let go. We're having to let go of control here. But when you do, it brings you financial independence. The Nine of Pentacles is financially independent, financially wealthy. I do my own hair. I got my own money. I do it myself. I forget, there's all these like songs that lady sings these days about being financially independent. So whatever way that you felt like you lost your faith here in the past, it's really forcing you to let go of how you think things should go. Let go of control, but you're going to find stability and independence when you do that. How are you feeling about it? Oh, Libra. The High Priestess in reverse says you are unsure, you're feeling disconnected, you can't find your way back to spirit. You really might be going through the dark night of the soul here, Libra. If you are, I'm here for you. Know that spirit's got you. And again, deeply, deeply lean into divine order in this Archangel card here. Call on Archangel Raguel. Archangels are immediately available to anyone and everyone. They are divine support. And this Archangel is telling you everything is how it needs to be right now. High Priestess in reverse tells me you are feeling unsure that you are hearing the messages correctly. You're unsure of what this all is and where it's all going. You know what this reminds me of? It's like when you go through a breakup and it was clear during the breakup that it needed to happen, or in the moment that it needed to happen. But then afterwards you're like, wait, will I ever find love? Or is this the right decision? Or was I really supposed to apologize when it was so clear that it was their fault? Or whatever it is, second guessing yourself. And I almost flipped this over this way. So it's clarified by the Three of Cups. I feel like the message is to really step into community and celebration. So even if it was upside down, we could say you might be feeling really isolated and alone, or maybe you're partying too much, like trying to get out of yourself, trying to really not be present, not go deep. But if we flip it around, the message could still be energetically the same, which is like lean into community to help you connect again. Lean into I went through something like this recently where I had a relationship that really kind of threw me, like, wait, am I in the wrong here? Is that I feel really confused. And my friends reminded me who I am. You are a person who wants to be integritous. You are a person who wants to show up with honest communication. You are a person who is authentic. You are a person who is loving. They reminded me of who I am. And I was like, okay, great. That's true. I am all of those things. And so if this doesn't work out, it's not because I'm mean, callous, a terrible person. Like I had to be reminded. I was so confused in the moment. And that's what this feels like to me, Libra. You could be having some real doubts about yourself through this process, or for real doubts about yourself, feeling like you actually are spirit-led. And I'm here to tell you that you are totally contained and held through this process. Look at this moon card. Go deep. Look at and think of like how massive the moon is. It's completely contained by the universe. It's completely contained and held within a system that it's a part of. So it's okay to go deep. It's okay to dive in. It's okay to be broken. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be in the dark for a while. You're totally right where you need to be. Release anything that isn't serving you. Okay, what's going on for you in your environment, Libra? People, places, things that might be helping or hindering you this month. The Hierophant in reverse. I love that. So this is about doing things your own way. This is about coming out of institutional learning. If you have been trained a very classical way, or gone to school recently, or been learning something from someone. The Hierophant is a card about traditional learning, about finding a teacher, about being a teacher, about giving up, about learning, about giving yourself up to a higher power. When it's in reverse, we're claiming our own power, we're making our own rules, or you're stepping out of like a church or a system or a program or a school system to deprogram yourself from something that didn't work well for you. So this month in July, You could find yourself really deprogramming or having opportunities with friends, family, social engagements, shows you see, like whatever you're interacting with around yourself this month is going to give you opportunities to really come back to who you are, come back to your own personal beliefs, and deprogram you from anything that might feel off to you. Seven of Cups, you're going to have so many different options. There's going to be a lot of ways this month where you will be shown different ways to feel, different options, different opinions. Like maybe you've been really locked into one relationship or one job track or one life opportunity or one life situation recently. There's going to be opportunity here to really open the door to see that there is so many more fish in the sea, so many more options for career transition or development, so many ways to have a baby if you can't have one yourself, right? There's so many different options to traditional ways of thinking. You're going to be really reminded of that in your community or in your environment this month. Hopes and fears, Libra. Oh, of course. Obviously, we're going to see the Five of Cups here. So you are fearing like you're just going to be disappointed forever. You're afraid that it's just going to be dark night of the soul forever. You're just sad, Libra. This whole month is like really motivated here on wanting to not be depressed or moody or apathetic anymore. So you're moving in the right direction. You're really calling in stability and like a whole new life partner, a whole new job, a whole new situation. You are calling in your best and highest self here. But you're afraid that the dark night of the soul might last forever. You're sad. You are emotional. Like the cups have spilled here, but it's the Five of Cups and only Three of Cups have spilled. You always have two full cups in the Five of Cups. Notice where this person is looking. They're looking at the ones that have spilled. So the focus is on the loss, but the advice with the Five of Cups is always to just turn around and you see the Two of Cups that you still have available, right? So you're really fearing that life just might never change or never feel better, or the loss might go on forever. But the option here is to, and I love actually that there's this bridge behind her, like bridge the sad to the land. Look, it's literally in the water here in the card anyway, in this 2D representation. On one side where the cups are spilled, it's lost in emotion. It's lost in the depth of our pain. It's lost in the depth of the loss, but you can cross the bridge. You can turn around to stability, to where you'd like to end up, to firm ground, to options that are available for you. The Hermit, you got to come out of your shell. You got to come out of your shell, girl. Even if you're a different gender than a girl, I just call everyone girl. So the Hermit here, you have to come out of isolation. You have to be in community. That really leans me back into this Three of Cups moment, right? If you were feeling isolated, if you like did go through a breakup recently and you're just sitting at home, like eating pizza, watching movies and crying and just deciding that life is just never going to go on, you've got to get out. You got to reach out to your friends. You got to reach out to your community and your family and create more opportunity in your environment to see how many other possibilities are really possible for you out there, because they're endless. Say it is a breakup, right? Say this is a breakup and you're really feeling down and out and you're navigating a really hard time. I want you to hear this fact. There was probably one person, let's say multiple. If you're poly, let's say multiple. There was probably one person you were dating, if this is about a relationship that you're no longer seeing, right? Say you are poly, say you were seeing 10 people and all of them left your life. You go through a breakup, right? It doesn't matter. There are 8 billion people on the planet. I'm going to say that again. There are 8 billion people on the planet. If you are literally heartsick right now and going through a life transition, first of all, I'm so sorry. That can be life altering. But there are 8 billion people on the planet for you to meet, interact with, have exciting adventures with, someone who's going to meet your needs in so many more infinite ways than the last person did. And transfer whatever that is. If it's like a job, if it's a school, like whatever this disappointment situation is that kind of fell through or isn't going your way, allow yourself to let go of control here and remember, there are 8 billion other people on the planet. There are so many more possibilities, options, immediate ways for you to feel excited and joyful about being connected in life again. There are just infinite ways that you have at your fingertips and disposal to be reconnected with vitality and life and new options and new relationships, if that's what this is. Okay, culmination here for you. Love this journey for you. 5 of Swords in reverse. So overall, the culmination, the theme of this month, the sort of, overall umbrella of this month is to just really like stop the fighting. Whether that's internal for you, Libra, or whether that's literally like arguing with a loved one or something, it's to put it down. Fighting, thinking your way through this isn't going to get you to where you want to be this month. I can't even with this 7 of Swords in reverse. And you have to let go of any self-sabotaging behaviors or let go of anyone in your life who's screwing you over that you know about, right? Sometimes we don't know people are screwing us over. But if you are hanging around with toxic people to you, hanging around with people who would steal your confidence, who would bring you down, who would steal your material possessions, who would cut you up, who would say mean things behind your back, whatever it is, you gotta move on, Libra. It is time for you to set some very firm boundaries. I get the sense, Libra, this is a real level up for you in terms of like claiming yourself, claiming your sense of self-worth. If you are going through some conflict here, you are very deeply asked to step into your own inner knowing, which will always point you to the kindest, most loving thing to do for yourself. And it looks to me like that's going to be setting some really firm boundaries with people, claiming your focus. So do you want to focus on being sad at what you've lost, or do you want to focus on being happy with all the possibility coming your way? Really claiming what rules for life you want and leaning into all the support you have here. Let go, Libra, of anything that's not working for you, and have a fabulous month. If you are having a good time, know I'm thinking about you and sending you so much love. And if this is just a blip on your radar, if it's not making sense to you at all, go watch your sun, moon, rising sign and see what does land. Thanks so much, Libra.